What's happening, people? Welcome to the United Stand. This is United Talk. My name is Aaron and I'm joined by my two brothers as per usual. On my left.
Yes, brother.
How you doing?
Not good. Sunshine though.
The sun is out once more. What about you, Said? How you doing today?
What, man? I'm good, man. I'm positive, man. I'm going to be positive about last night. I was proud of the performance, boy, and I'm still proud of Scott McTognary's performance. He went for a boy to a man in that game. Credit to him, man. But I'm happy. I'm happy we lost, but I'm still happy.
What did you make of the game last night?
So I was working last night. I watched about an hour of the highlights today, this morning, searching through the interwebs and all that business. And I was really disappointed. I was disappointed because I'm known for being judgment about the actual football, what's happening on the pitch, in terms of coming to the other guy's regime. And to be at Old Trafford, to face a Barcelona team that's not as the old Barcelona team in the last, decade and a half that have been dominating European football or getting, even though they've not been in the semi-final for a long time now, 3-4 seasons, a team that's well revered in Europe and throughout the world. We didn't face that last night. And the idea that we didn't have one shot on goal is an absolute disgrace. And I love Ole. Like I said, you will never hear me say Ole out, but I'm going to criticise Ole with his tactics and the fact that we couldn't control one shot on goal, or we didn't work their keeper. To me, I don't care who's playing for Man United. If people just coming off the street are playing for Man United, like some people did back in the day after the Munich disaster, this is a disgrace that we didn't have any shots. And that to me is the biggest disappointment, because by getting rid of Jose, I thought I seen the end, those days gone. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. The end of those days where United are not having any shots, but having the ball in midfield and tapping it here and there, but we're not going to have a strike on goal. I'm like, what has happened to our team? Why does nobody ever shoot outside the area other than Rashford?
But can you really put it down to the tactics, or can you not put it down to the fact that maybe we had, the players had too much respect for Barcelona, and like Norden just said, it wasn't like the great Barcelona that we knew from time ago. Like you said yesterday, they didn't get our first gear. So
yeah, they didn't get our first gear. But I'm going to disagree with Norden again, because I'm proud of the boys there today. Listen, first time we're playing Barcelona, let's get it out there. I don't care. I know
you keep telling me every week on here, we're Man United. This is Man United Football Club. We've not had one shot. We're at Old Trafford and we didn't have 93 minutes of football. One shot on goal.
To be honest with you, I have to agree with Norden. I was disappointed, man. Not one shot on target. Do you know what I mean? Yes. I mean, the one shot that it's not on target, but the Rashford free kick was probably the most dangerous shot that we've seen.
I know everybody's going to be disappointed, and I know, but this is going to take time. And I know I'm disappointed myself that we didn't have a shot on target. I'm disappointed, but the way we played out there is a positive step, bro. I'm telling you, man, we were playing low block football under the guy. We never even pressed him. We never did anything. Today I seen a plan out there. I called it yesterday the perfect game without the result. That was for me. You had people like Dallo playing the skill out of his team, 19 years old, and he was taking people on.
Hey? On the left-hand side.
Yes, I know, but
that's confusing tactics, man.
It's not.
To me,
and he might play there again because Shaw's suspended.
Yes or no, did that diamond not work? For me, it worked because the Rashford was running in the channels. Scott McTominay was he was playing an eventful game in that first half. He was getting it, receiving it. Fred played a game of his life. Yes, but it's great. But the problem is, it's got to look at the recruitment. Why have we got a top striker in world football? We haven't. We've got Lukaku. He's absolutely trash, man. You got Rashford trying, but we haven't got anything up there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I just think, Ole played in skill of his teeth there. He said to Barcelona, you know what? I'm going to take his on, guys. So the first 10 minutes we were shaky, and we thought, Barcelona it could get messy here, but you got to look at it and say, we played the skill out of our teeth, man. We pressed when we needed to. We didn't look out of shape at the back. You know what I mean? Smalling was commanding. You got Lindelof playing the ball. Fred again, man. You got to be positive. I know, Lurdy, you're disappointed. We didn't get any shots on target, but this is going to be the first steps to where we've got to be. We get to the point where we could go at Barcelona. We say, listen, we're not going to respect you that much. We're going to go at you. Yes, we didn't get the goals in there, but it's a positive step. And United fans, don't be disheartened, man. We're going to get there. It's just going to take time, and it's going to take the right recruitment.
I mean, I can take some positive off this game as well. I mean, if you look at the PSG game, we were 2-0 down with absolutely no hope, and basically a C squad, if you think about it. Yeah, now we still have all of our strongest players. None of our players are injured. Well, the ones that played yesterday, no one got injured, and we can go to Barcelona with 1 goal conceded, and well, realistically speaking, we can go there and do something.
So let's look at the context. You know, I'm a context guy, that guy.
Yeah.
And I would say, look at Barcelona's away record in Champions League, even when they were at the peak top. And this is Guardiola peak team. Their away record wasn't that good.
Yeah, it's horrendous. I've seen the stats,
Yeah, they were getting beaten in Russia by teams that you've not even bloody heard of. They were struggling.
Yeah.
So they're not. Barcelona have never been that good away from home in the Champions League. They don't. Real Madrid would go to places and not play that great, but smash teams 3-0.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Barcelona were not that type of Real Madrid. That one was clinical. Every chance they would get, they would bury you. We missed an incredible opportunity. So I got to shout out Mark, because when I watched that at the hour highlights, and then I watched his match review afterwards, and he was spot on. It was a massive opportunity missed. This is not a great Barcelona team. This is a Barcelona team in the next 2 years, 3 years. It's going to go through a massive rebuilding and transition.
Yeah, yeah.
To me, it's before Barcelona. So it's not just this game that we were respecting Barcelona. There is something going on with our home form since that guy, and we've had Van Gaal and Jose. There's something going on with our home form that the players are nervous. They're tentative. They don't show it as much. Is it something of the crowd? Are there too many groans and moans when somebody misplaces a pass? Is it these things, that the energy that we're putting on them? Something has to change. We need to make Old Trafford a tough place to come, whether you're Barcelona or whether you're Derby County, right? We need that to have that back. So that's looking at the bigger context in terms of where I've noticed Ollie's coming. We were straight away under his reign and under that other guy. We were always nervous at home. We play better as a team away from home.
Yeah.
But not to have a shot at Old Trafford, for me, I can't take that, because I can't be a hypocrite. I cannot be a hypocrite because it's Ollie. I can't be a hypocrite. I cannot. All the other managers, I judged them on. I remember I went to Sheffield United. I think it was Sheffield United in the Cup. This is Van Gaal. I was at the Stretford end. I'm not going to lie to you. We did pass back to the other line. Pass. And Memphis had a shot. It went from about this wide from the goal. And I stood up and cheered because at least we had a shot. I don't know. I just want people. I just want people or players to take responsibility. The coaching staff can only do so much. They have to take responsibility. I used to watch, most of you who know, who watched Paul Pogba when he was in the youth team. Paul Pogba used to quickly get out of his feet, left or right,
boom,
get a shot off.
Yeah.
What's happened to him? What's happened to having a shot? In football, you've seen it against Paris, Rashford. If you don't have a shot,
you never know what can happen.
To me, it's hard for me to let that go. It's hard for me to let go that we played 3 centre-halves and then we played Shaw as a third centre-half. Shaw's never been that.
I think we didn't have a choice. We didn't have a choice
You've
because
you got Rocco.
Yeah, but Rojo's not fit.
I know you don't want Jones, but get Rocco to play on the left-hand side at least. And you know the thing about Rocco as well, the game's not 100 miles an hour. Because it's Barcelona, they play tiki-taka.
Yeah, it's a European game.
Yeah, it's a European game. Yeah. So the pace goes off it.
Yeah.
So it would have been perfect to bring him on, to have him and have Shaw as the left-hand side and have the lot playing right back or right wing back instead of that. You know who? I don't even want to say his name. I don't want to say his name.
Yeah, exactly.
I've told you about this guy. I said it on the fan cam after the Watford.
Yeah.
He's stealing a living. He's literally going and picking up that wage packet.
Yeah.
He's stealing a living. There's many others who are stealing a living, but it's shambles.
He definitely is, yeah.
The reason why it's a massive missed opportunity, because we know what's going to happen now in Nou Camp. 90,000 of their fans. The pitch is a lot bigger. Messi is going to have a hell lot of space. They're going to be able to stretch us with their fullbacks. My words. At home, they're going to come for us. The only thing we can do, I think, is be resilient, is have a defensive shape. That I don't mind playing tactics like that. That we played in the first 20 minutes or first half an hour of that game yesterday. I don't mind that when we play away from. I don't mind sitting back, hitting teams on the counter. But we cannot play counter-attacking football at Old Trafford. We're bigger than that. I don't care who's on the pitch. The players have to get it into their minds. Ollie might have said to them, yeah, be cautious because of Messi. And obviously Messi been. But I feel like Barca were all overhyped. The players started believing what the media is saying other than going and facing. We need to have the ruthlessness, Man United, to think, I'm not as good as you, but I'm going to work hard as you, any of you, and I'm going to try, and this is Old Trafford, and you're going to know. Last night, I gave everything because of how loud it was. I wish I was there. The fans were up for it. Honestly, the fans were up for it.
The fans were fantastic yesterday, and I have to agree, because I said yesterday as well. There was a lot more to do in this game, and I just feel like there had to be something more we could have done. Like, surely, not even the shots on target. I mean, the opportunities as well. Sometimes I remember the opportunity when Barcelona had a corner, they tried to go short. They lost the ball. We went on a counter attack with Rashford and Ashley Young. Rashford gives it to Young, and then everyone bombs on forwards into the box, and then Ashley Young's cross was just awful, absolutely. And that's just a wasted chance. Do you know what I mean? And when we could have done something and even scored. I know. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, looking at it now, it's 4 losses in 5 games.
It is, but
and some fans are going to say, "Oh, Ollie's lost it." Do you think he's lost it?
Nah, come on, man. Really, let's be realistic.
Because you know some fans are going to come out and say, "Oh, Ollie's lost it."
Those flip-floppers, I'm on flip-flop watch. I'm watching you all.
You know what it is, yeah. We got to remember where we were, man. How many points we were before top 4?
Oh,
you know what I mean? Ollie, when he came in, it was like a breath of fresh air, man. He was playing the football right. You know what I mean? Things were going good. We were clawing up to the point where we were 1 point behind Arsenal. You know what I mean? And they were 11 points ahead of us. You know what I mean? It's a sticky moment, and Ollie knew this was going to happen. You know what I mean? There's always going to be sticky patches where, you know, you're going to be off form. But for me, I think Ollie's doing all he can, but the players need to step up, man. And there's players in there, certain individuals I'm gonna shout out now. I'm going to shout out Pogba again, because he's had a bit of off form. He needs to galvanise himself. Listen, you play for Man United Football Club. Martial as well. I'm going to criticise him again, man. People can say he come off injury, but now, listen, the injury's gone now. Yes, people need a bit of time to come off form, but he needs to step up now, man. Take the gloves off, step up, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, take the gloves off and step up, man. You play Man United Football Club. I don't want to see you not bothered. I want to see you chasing every ball. Jesse Lingard, he needs to stop running around like a headless chicken and do something now. You know what I mean? There's been a few games where he's not been in and around the box, man. But we just need to find that identity back. We need to find the confidence back. We need to find the mojo back. Whether that can be West Ham at home, and then we get a good result against Barcelona, that's another show. But for me to say, "Oh, Ollie's, you know, the wheels are falling off," is a big kick in the teeth for me. Because Ollie's done positively here, man. He's galvanised the team, man. He's get us playing in the right way, man. You know what I'm saying? So you got to give credit to Ollie. Ollie can only put whatever he can to the players, man. It's down to the players. The players are there on the pitch. They need to step up. They need to show what they are. Lukaku needs to come back again, man. We need our players to step up, man. And it's going to be key, because there's no time to mess around now. This games are coming thick and fast, man. We got literally West Ham. They've had a fresh week. You know what I mean? They're going to be up for it. Then we got to play Barcelona again. Then we got to play Everton again, man. There's no time to be disappointed. This is the time to step up. Ollie will galvanise the team. I'm sure of that. I'm 100% sure of that. It's whether the players can step up and the players can do well.
Exactly, and some of the fans that will come out and say, "Oh, I have already said that the wheels are falling off." You've got to remember, this ain't Ollie's squad. Exactly, you've got to remember, and I think some of the fans actually forget that this is not Ollie's squad. And I think a lot of these players, we've discussed it last week, will leave at the end of the season. And I have to agree with what you said about Martial. I think at the beginning, when he came back from injury, I was a bit, he's coming back from injury, save him a little bit. But now it's time for him to step up. Do you know what I mean? Yesterday, I was really hoping that he could come on and, like he likes to take players on and everything. I was really hoping for that. But yeah, then again, how much time did he have? Like 10 minutes? This is it. So I mean, so if he can start next game, I said it yesterday.
He has to start against West Ham. It's not if he can. He has to start. He has to start. So let's get into it, right? You asked the question. 5 games, 4 defeats. Yeah. I'm sorry to say, but with the other guy, we were losing anyway. So what are we moaning about? What are we moaning about? For me, I think as soon as we lost the cohesion, me and Saeed, I've been arguing long those times, and I kept saying to him,
there's no question that we always do, but it's all love, man.
It's all love, it's all love. It's just a difference of opinions, but
that's what it's all about.
So basically, he would say to me, "You need to play the same team," and I'm like, "Listen, it's about them getting fatigued." Then, soon as I keep going back to it, Paris Saint-Germain 2 injuries, 4 injuries against Liverpool. The rhythm's gone. We need to find the rhythm, and I 100% agree with you on this point, Saeed, that Ollie needs to somehow engineer and get the confidence into the players to find the rhythm. We need to have that midfield to attack, to wide, to either right or left, and centre connection again. We need to find that ASAP. Now, West Ham on Saturday, this is where, for me, and maybe I think it's a blessing in disguise, because for the powers that be at Old Trafford, you know what I mean? I've got my Glazers. I'll grab my scarf again in a minute. Woodward and Glazers. This is a warning to you. The night last night, the electric atmosphere, that bringing that big hype. Apparently, almost 1 billion people around the world watching that game last night. And this is what Man United are about. This is about how we are. We need now the owners and Ed Woodward to go and find a footballing director and put structure around him so we can get rid of Wood for once and for all. So Ollie then can impose his identity on how we play. Now, if you watched Ollie when he was managing the team in Norway, I watched a couple of the games on YouTube and a couple of the highlights. It's 4-3-3 is his preferred formation, right? That is it. Ollie likes to have a control on the midfield to build that kind of... So his football is really similar, if you really think about it, to high press, and it's similar to how Klopp plays. So it's a bit of the possession like Guardiola plays, but it's more like Klopp than Guardiola. And that's how he likes to play. So I'm going to be super patient. I said to you, my report will be in 18 months, right? I would give it you my report. In full.
Eddie Howe as manager.
I love Eddie Howe. I would love to bring...
What did he do again? He lost on the weekend again, man.
I love... Because they're coasting now. They're safe, man, bro. They've got 15,000 stadium. They have absolutely no right to be in the Premier League. Bournemouth have they have no right to be in the Premier League. That guy, season after season, whatever he buys, the football, he never chased away from his football philosophy, and he still managed to keep them on and keep them safe. Props to that guy. I wish that guy could go and join our coaching squad. I really would. I would. He could, and one day maybe a Man United manager. That's what I hope. That's a cheap shot. And you know what? He's getting old now, and the viewers know that cheap shot is getting old. So you need to come up with something better, Saeed. You have to come with something better. But me personally, I'm happy with Ollie, and I can't wait after the pre-season, even with these players. But it's there. And what I was saying by it, coming back to where I think it's a blessing in disguise, powers that be can see there is massive deficiencies in our team.
Yeah, definitely.
And you know, a couple of weeks ago, I'm like, I want to get rid of Pogba. But then, if the people up front are not connecting with Pogba, and to me, I'm criticising him. He was horrendous. He was horrendous because we bought Paul Pogba not to have a good game against Bournemouth, not to have a good game against West Ham, not to have a good game against Middos in Premier League, right? Mid-table sides. We bought him for these nights. We bought the Paul Pogba to come and take the game by the scruff of the neck, to have shots, to try, to want to see that he's all up for it. I want him to grab other players and say, come on. That's what we're going to see. But I'm not seeing any of that. He's coasting through too many games. And you know what? I always said I gave him every excuse under Jose. I can't give him any excuse under Ollie. I'm sorry. I'm not giving him any excuse. I'm not. And it's the same with Martial. Even though I love Martial. And I know there's a player in there. But it's about time. Sell him. You're having a laugh. You are. You are absolutely having a laugh.
Honestly, bro.
That's one of the most deluded comments I've heard on this channel. One of the most deluded. There's a difference of opinion. Then there's the level of delusion. That there is a level. I'm going to use this when Martial's penging them in. I'm going to use this. Cap this. All you viewers, cap this. Remember this.
To sell Martial right now, to be honest with you, I think it would be a bit crazy because he's just signed a new deal.
I want elite level, man.
He's just signed a new deal. You want what?
It's signed a new deal. Yes, I know. But maybe I'm being a bit harsh and saying it's sell him, yeah. But what it is, yeah, I want him to step up, man. I can know what he's capable of, but I keep seeing him time and time again, yeah.
Yeah, he had 10 minutes against Barcelona last night.
I said 10 minutes against, or 15 minutes against
15 minutes against Wolves. But you can't do miracles in 15 minutes.
I don't know, man.
Come on, man.
There's something in there, man. I don't know what it is, man. I don't like this demeanour where he's unbothered, man. I've seen it time and time again. He needs to get to that form where I know he can be capable of. But I feel like in the summer, maybe not sell him. Okay, maybe not sell him, but we need competition for players. If we can get a left wing in the summer and make sure, say Sanchez, we offload Sanchez and we get someone in the summer that can compete with Martial. I want the hunger back. When Sanchez came, the hunger was there. He kept banging the goals for fun. I want that from Martial.
He just doesn't like his gloves, innit? He doesn't like. You just want those gloves, don't you? You just want those gloves, don't you? I'm gonna wait after the, on Saturday. I'm gonna wait Saturday night. I'm gonna hang around and ask him, can I have the gloves, please? Saeed is begging for you to
pull out there, yeah. On the comments below, sell Martial or do we keep him?
Let us know in the comments below.
After a night when we got beat by Barcelona, right? So most of the fans are hurting. You see, even the times you're coming out with your pose, yeah? And when you know he's not had an impact, behave yourself. Behave.
The amount of people that were coming at me telling me about Martial and saying, oh, you know what I mean, is his heart at United still? You know what I mean? I was at Old Trafford yesterday.
This is peak flip-flop. Next week or a couple of weeks' time when he's banging them in. Nah, I was a bit too harsh.
No, listen, it's called credit where it's due, man.
Flip-flop.
Let's talk about our midfield now. Obviously, yesterday, Fred and McTominay standout players for me. Do you think they justified the fact that they should both start over Matic and Herrera?
I wasn't surprised. I was not surprised at all that Fred, because the game is a lot slower. He's not going to play against a team that's going to bang the ball in the air. Of course, teams that play football on the floor, Fred will always... To me, there's a player in Fred. And too many United fans are quick to judge him because Jose wasn't playing him, and Ollie is tried to get him to integrate in life. You don't understand how difficult it is. Even though he's been in European football, he didn't come straight away from Latin America. He was in Europe, actually in a very cold country like Ukraine. Yeah. And it's not easy to fit in there. Yeah. And there's a lot more Brazilians, a lot more Brazilian culture in England and in Britain. Yeah. So. But he's had a baby, you know what I mean? All of those different kind of things, family and getting used to the way.
It affects you.
The enormity of putting that shirt on, mate. That shirt on and playing in a stadium like Old Trafford or playing for the club. Not many players, they think they know what it's like, but they don't know till it comes. And I've heard many players say that. I've heard Patrice Evra say that. When I came here, I was thinking, but the enormity and the size of Man United, it is daunting, and sometimes you can weigh heavy on people's shoulders. Yeah, so I'm not surprised that he's going to play good against technical, gifted footballers. To me now, the City game, Marmite McTominay, the guy that
respect on his name, McSauce, man.
McSauce, I've got to say, obviously I was a bit harsh, and it was unlike me, to be fair, because I watched the youth team a lot, and I watched some of the youth team games, and I didn't see anything that's really that is really like wow. Like Gardner, I can see Gardner is a hard, tough kind of guy. Yep. I've seen him. He's got the skullduggery all off.
I've seen him as well with the reserves. Amazing.
Physical, mate.
Amazing player.
He's got a pass. He's passionate. I never saw that. I just seen Scott as somebody who's tall, physical, but that's it. But I've got to give respect where it's due.
Definitely.
He has absolutely. He is, to me, making him Darren Fletcher. The similarities are there.
It's huge, isn't it?
Scottish,
it's amazing.
It's Scottish. I actually think that's he was a better footballer. Better footballer than Darren Fletcher. No, Darren Fletcher was a lot better footballer, but for years Man United just put him on the right. They sold Beckham and then we put him on the right. And now we're like, you know what I mean?
Confusing, isn't it?
It was crazy. And for years, because that's Fergie was embedding him and testing his character as well, binding him up, thinking, I know the fans are getting on top of you, but can you handle that? Can you handle playing where the fans are not on your side, where you're getting criticised? And he come through that. But he, to me, when he had to go and retire, he was one of the, in the big games, first guy on the team sheet. I would always say, in the first Champions League in Rome, that final, if we had Darren Fletcher, Barcelona, we would have had a bigger chance beating Barcelona because they had injuries and they only beat us 2-1. Was it 2-1 or was it 2-0? 2-1. I think that because he was the best player for us in the run up to that, he got that referee against Arsenal when we smashed Arsenal, and then he got the red card, didn't he? And he couldn't play, and that to me was the biggest miss because I was thinking Darren Fletcher would have been the guy. So I'm saying to you, if he is even 60% as good as Darren Fletcher, we've got a player in our hands. Not that he's got to be amazing, technically gifted, but the heart, the drive, the passion, they want to give it and give it. So all respect to him, and I can only wish him luck. But he's changing a lot of minds. So for me, Matic does not come in this team. Matic is a sub-bench guy at the moment.
Yeah, to me, Matic is not even a conversation anymore.
No, he's conversation, bro.
To me, McTominay has justified the fact that he should be starting over Matic any given day of the season. On to Herrera now. Do you think he will ever play again for us? Because obviously there's talks of him already signing. Do you know what I mean? Like he's already gone basically. Do you think he'll ever play again?
He has to, man, you know what I mean? Look at Ramsey, you know what I mean? Arsenal, man, the professionalism. I've seen Ramsey, man, come in, did a shift, he's scoring goals, you know what I mean? He's happy to come off the bench as well. That's the ultimate professional, so you got to look at Ramsey. And why not, man? Why is it the case where a player's leaving, we can't play him again? Why not? Play him to the end of his contract, and when he wants to leave, he can be on the bench against PSG, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to be ruthless out here. I don't know why he's not taking the contract we've given him. Yes, there's stories out there that is, we've given him 150k, you know what I mean? There's all stories, but for me, man, when you leave Man United, the only way is down.
Remember that?
That's what I'm saying.
I've always said that. That's the biggest thing. When you leave Man United,
all the way down.
Unless your name's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah, so unless it's Cristiano Ronaldo, but
one player, bro.
You know what, man? It's going to be a big miss, man. You know what I mean? You know, in terms of the fact that I always want elite players, I want next level. Herrera did things that, you know, he galvanised the team. You know what I mean? He's a leader, man. Passionate on the pitch, you know what I mean? Organisation, you know what I mean? Ball recovery was good, you know what I mean? We are going to miss him to an extent, but we've got to play him to the end of the season. And why not, man? You know what I mean? You always play. You got to be a professional. Play to the end of the season, and then let's see where we go. Because still got games coming up thick and fast. Injuries can play a part in the team. So why not play him to the end of the season?
Yeah. What are your thoughts on Herrera? Do you think he should still play?
I'm devastated, bro. Of course he should play. I'm genuinely devastated. I'm devastated to die that he could be leaving. Now, so it's all right. Yeah, Max Sauce, Marmite, whatever, Mac Terminator, whatever it is, man. Drago was the AKA Drago. That's what my friend calls him now, what? Drago. Because he looks like a bit like Drago. You know Drago? Oh, okay. You know what I'm talking about?
Nah, probably not my time.
All right, guys.
You guys in the comments, please.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna
you know
say
what?
that.
I'm not going to do it in here now. Please explain who Drago is to Saeed, yeah? Educate him, man. Educate him, man.
All right, guys, we're going to take some of your questions now on Twitter. And we're going to start with the first one from @MH150312.
Shout out.
He says, well, we've just talked about it. Have Scott and Fred cemented their places in our starting lineup going forward? I've got to admit our midfield looked good last night and had a great balance.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, you guys watched both. You know, you guys were there at the stadium and you watched the game. But I only seen an hour of the highlights, and I definitely like the balance. I definitely like the balance because I want a footballer that can carry the ball. And actually, Fred is better. Fred is the best player that we've got who can carry the ball.
I know.
He's the best carrier of a football. So we're going to need that to balance off. And he's got that low gravity. He's got that left foot, right foot kind of combination where he can ping it. I just want more shots and more accuracy from him in terms of how I'm shooting, because I think there's a goal scorer in there that, you know, he can get goals from midfield. Yeah. But definitely, I think I wouldn't rush Herrera back now. Definitely. But I would expect to see Herrera. Sorry, I would definitely see McTominator, you know, aka Drago, and Fredster to play and Pogba to play against West Ham.
Yeah.
What about you?
I couldn't agree more, man. You know what I mean? Fred, man, absolutely unbelievable last night. The way he's willing to get the ball in tight areas, tight spaces. And you know what? I'm going to risk it. I'm going to move in through the space. Matic never used to do that, run into the space, you know what I mean? Yeah. Run into the space and create to the, you know, the midfield, so they drag forward to the other side. Carrick used to do it a lot, where he used to get one side of the midfield down to the other side, and then he'd ping the ball up to the wide, and then Ronaldo, whoever, would receive it down there. So, and then you got the balance there. You got the energy and mobility of you know, McTominay to keep running around the channels, keep, you know, splurging to areas, you know what I mean, chasing in the channels. And then you got Pogba who can roam around, and then the final quality can come from Pogba. I feel like if you can get a couple of games out of him, but I want Ollie to stick with it. I don't want Matic to come back on Saturday and say, you know what, I'm going to go back to back to being safe again. I don't want that. I want Ollie to say, you know what, man, he's played good against Barcelona. Let's play again against West Ham. There's a couple of games to rest, so why not? Fred has got the right balance, McTominay for the mobility, and then Paul Pogba for the quality. It will work. We just need a couple of games in there so we can, you know, finally get the shape in.
I definitely want to see this. The midfield I want to see. So on against West Ham, I want to see Fred, McTominay, Pogba, and I want to see Martial on the left, Lingard on the right, Lukaku down the middle. Rashford, I don't want Rashford anywhere near the team until he's better, till he's recovered from his injury, till he's recovered from illness. Because even I watched the press after Ollie's press conference after the game, and he was saying, oh, he was being ill. No, we're not going to rely on him. We're not relying on him and saying, no, you're not well. You listen to me. No, listen to me. You're not 100% fit, and you're not well. Take the 2 weeks off, my friend. Rashford, take the 2 weeks off, because you're not a person that's going to come and play into it, play his form into it. You need a complete rest. He's not been the same since against Liverpool.
Yeah, since that injury. Yeah.
Since that injury, he's not been the same player. We need for him to first recover fully and then to get back in the team. All he's got to tell him, I'm not going to play you. Sit down. You're not going to play till you are 100% fit. Physically, and whether health issues wise, you're not playing. I don't want to see him, bro. I don't.
All right, let us know in the comments below, guys. Do you think Rashford should start the next game? Should he sit on the bench? Let us know in the comments below, man. That's what it's all about, different opinions.
What do you think, Aaron?
I think if he's not well, he shouldn't be playing anyway. If he's still struggling with his injury, why is he playing? Like, because yesterday he had a poor game. Yesterday he had a poor game, and I think it's still the side effects of his illness or injury, whatever that was. Is having an effect on him. So
that saps your confidence.
Because if you're ill, obviously you're playing, but in your mind you're still thinking of your illness. Like you're not well, you're not 100%. Do you know what I mean? It's affecting you in one way or another. Do you know what I mean?
Listen, I totally understand. If we've all played football, none of us have ever been 100%. No footballer or sports person
exactly
is ever 100%. But there's limits to this. There is levels to it, and there's limits to that. If you're unsure and you're worrying about, and then that has a massive knock-on effect because he's still young and developing.
Yeah.
So that has a massive knock-on effect because he had massive growing pains in the youth team. He was played in different positions because he had growing pains. Do you know what I mean? He was like me. Like when I played, I shot up quickly.
Yeah.
I was really tall very quickly, and then I couldn't recover. Do you know what I'm saying to you?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this is the thing we have to understand. Yeah.
All right, guys, let's move on to the next question. It's from I can't see it. Asifi QB. Don't know if I'm saying it right. Asif, yeah. Shout out to you, man. His question is: is it fair to say we are a counter-attacking team at best?
100%.
Yeah, 100%, man. You know what I mean? Now, I think, Ollie, at the start, it was like that. You know, when we played against Cardiff, you know what I mean? You could see the idea, you know, when they had the ball, move quickly. Martial was moving in the channels. You see Lingard moving. There was a quickness about us. But now I feel like, you know, it's kind of, you know, the midfield changing and the injuries have started to halt that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like that's been, you know, the Achilles heel for Ollie. You know what I mean? I think we play good, man. Even at home, we play good. Brighton, your team, Bournemouth over there, we were done with them up, you know what I'm saying? So
My man said your team, you know.
your team, man. I don't think he even supports United, man. He supports Bournemouth, man. But you know what I mean? Like, that is what the ultimate team. But I still think United can control games, but I want to see us control games.
Yeah.
Have more of the ball. We got Fred there. We got Pogba there. We got, you know what I mean, Herrera there. We should be able to control teams at home. I remember when we came to walk with him, man. We had Decore bossing us around. Decore, man. You know what I'm saying? Will Hughes, who are they, man? You know what I mean? If you took it really, man. So counter-attacking, I can see where, you know, where it's coming from. Asif Akbar. There is signs of counter-attack football, but I want us to dominate teams and play the football we can play instead of playing on the front foot. You know what I mean? I mean off the front foot.
What about you, Norden?
It's many ways. There's many ways to win a football game. Many ways. At the peak of Sir Alex Ferguson, the Don. His teams, the different teams, the 3-4 different teams he built. Counter-attacking was always one asset of our team. Now, away from home in the big games, I don't have absolutely nothing wrong with that. But to be playing that at Old Trafford, to me, it doesn't sit right with me because that's not just a Man United way in a sense. And to have 100 miles an hour football, to press teams, to get at them, that is what Man United is. So when people go, what is Man United way? There isn't one way because Man United, I've never played, but it's attacking football and ready to die and never give up attitude.
Yeah.
So I understand the players we have because that guy is engineered, the other guy, engineered our team to be a counter-attacking team because we always have had to do the low block business. And that's what the players are comfortable with. And psychologically, I can understand where Ollie's had 4 months. It's going to be difficult to get that tactic out of their system. That's their thing. If they've been doing it for 2.5 years, they're going to, psychologically, that's going to be like the given fault thing that they feel comfortable with that kind. But we can't be at home. We cannot be a counter-attacking football team at home. That is, honestly, to me, that's just... Then we're all made a mistake. Then Ollie's not the right guy. Do you know what I mean? If we're gonna become a counter, but I know watching Ollie's team in Norway that Ollie's not like that. Ollie likes to take possession away from home. Counter-attacking kind of works when you play with a 4-4-3 and shifting the ball, high press, winning the ball back up the pitch and quickly countering. But Ollie likes to take possession of the ball and dominate, like Liverpool do. Liverpool take possession. That's why they play 3 in midfield. They take, and what they do is when they take, they don't just dilly around with the ball in the middle. They get it forward fast as they can. That's not counter-attack. To me, counter-attacking is when you sit right back in your own box and area and you're hitting people from there. Now, Man United would do that from corners. You know, we're famous for that, and that's one of the most. Throughout our biggest nights, throughout our glorious teams, when it comes to Liverpool or Arsenal or Chelsea, we have absolutely scored some fantastic counter-attacking teams.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? I'm talking about from the
I'm thinking about that one as well.
Yeah, but there was many other games throughout the years where we counter-attack teams. I don't mind that. That's part of United identity. That's what we are because we always play with quick wingers and quick forwards who can get it out wide and cross it in. But I don't want to be that at home. And at the moment, because he doesn't have his players, he doesn't have the right players, we have to do this at Old Trafford. And it's sad. It pains me. But we have to be patient.
Yeah. Let's move on to the last question. It is from I can't really see it. Hold on. Sorry, guys. From at KRAAZY Mick. Shout out to you.
Yeah, shout out to Mick.
Do you think Ashley Young is not getting dropped only?
Don't get me started on
Look at your reactions already. I've not even finished the question. Listen. Oh, listen. Do you think Ashley Young is not getting dropped only due to the fact that Ollie doesn't want to stop his captaincy, or that he doesn't want to play Delo there?
You know, as soon as you name the name, blood pressure.
I see your face already.
I have to try and laugh it off. I'm telling you, I'm getting anxious. I'm getting anxiety, right, thinking about that guy. You see what I said on my fan cam on at the Watford game. I was like, how is he? I was in the perfect seat. I was on his side right in the first half, and I just had this. I had Cam. Ashley Young, Ashley Cam, basically, literally Ashley Cam. Yes, I had Ashley Cam, and I just watched him. Honestly, I wasn't even watching the rest of the guy. I was just watching his position. I was watching the way he was moving. I was watching the way he received the ball, and I'm just like, Man United. And I'll steal the catchphrase here. Manchester United Football Club. We've got like the youth team. We've got the reserves, and all we can do is surf up Ashley Young. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I can find a semi-professional footballer around in the streets in Manchester United fan who can give a decent cross into that box.
Apparently yesterday none of his crosses were successful.
Listen,
so
bro.
I think that says enough, man. Do you know what I mean?
I'll always go into that point where we played Fulham at home in 2014 under Moyes, man. That just shows you, man. This guy, how he's given a contract, is absolutely beyond me. There was a simple pass in the game, and I don't know if you see this. Simple pass to McTominay, 5 yards away from him, where that man is over there, and he didn't even find him there. And I watched the groans in the East Stand. Oh my God! I see there was some guy freaking throw a tissue like towards the Old Trafford pitch, but he's shocking, man. He doesn't beat the first man. He never, you know what I mean? He can't find a simple pass. What are you there for? Right back should be the pinnacle of the attack, where when the cross is coming, you know what I mean? And they're giving short corners to Ashley Young. I said, what are you doing? Get the ball. He's in. You know what it is with Ashley Young? He gets in the right areas. But if you have Delo in there, he'll give the ping of a cross. So why are we still persisting? I'm telling you now, there must be something. Ashley, he must be giving something to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Whether it's a free, little gift set every week. You know what I'm saying? Like,
what has he got on the Glazers or Woodward? Is he written into his contract that he has to be captain and he has to play?
I mean, I agree with you, Saeed, man.
I'm telling you now, it must be carrying the coals in training, man.
I'm thinking about the Wolves game when that first Lukaku chance, the cross from Delo was inch perfect.
There you go.
Inch perfect. And if Delo plays on the right hand side, we can have loads of those crosses in one game, maybe 5-6 crosses of those. But Ashley Young, yesterday, I'm telling you, he had 0 crosses were successful. Can you imagine that? As a right back in this modern game of football,
it's that sad now.
where fullbacks are bombing forward, putting in 5-6 crosses a game. Alexander Arnold getting 3 assists one game. 3 assists.
That's sad now.
Aaron, let me tell you something, bro. Let me tell you something, Don.
Not that I'm trying to compare Alexander Arnold and Ashley Young, but
to me, I love that kid. It's just a shame he fucking grew up in a fucking an hour and a half away. You know what I mean? An hour and a half. Oh God, it's a fucking shame, man. It hurts me. It pains me.
Would have loved him at United.
It pains me. But let me tell you something. I've noticed a pattern. Literally noticed a pattern. The way we play, obviously, other teams watch the way we play. They watch he's always going to start because he's our captain.
They let him have the ball.
They let him have the ball, bro. We're getting bantered by other teams. Other teams go, all right, Man United, we're going to shut down your left-hand side. That's where you predominantly attack. You've got this guy on your right. Give him the ball. And people say, just give him the whole world of a space. Show him how ridiculous he is with all of that space, and he does nothing. It is, honestly, we get so much space. He's the outlet. He's become the outlet in our team.
Imagine that.
And the other teams have said, yeah, you can have it there all day, every day. He ain't going to do nothing. That, to me, is more worrying. That is the most worrying thing. We're not crying. We literally have to laugh because, to me, I have to just cry and smash things up, right? Because to accept how he is. Now, I'm just talking about current form. I never had an agenda against Ashley Young. I understood that he was a guy, he was an ultimate professional. He never moaned too much. Even I think one season he was moaning, he was like, oh, I'm going to leave. I think on the Van Gaal, he was like, I'm going to leave if I don't get into the team. So I understand it's a guy who's been on the bench, the guy who would always be there, the guy who tries to give 100%. But I'm sorry to say, it took Gary Neville, which is a really honest person, at the West Brom game for him to go, you know what? I can't do this anymore. All I wanted to do is somebody, please, who's close to Ashley Young. Anybody out there who's close to Ashley Young, please send him just a couple of clips of his performances, right, in the last 3 games, and just please send it to him. Wolves, Watford and Barcelona, please just send it to him and just say, Ashley, you can still carry the combs in the training. You can still be there. You can still be there. You can do a couple of shifts. Job will be created for you. We'll make you an ultimate professional, ambassador of the club. We'll send you to the Far East to advertise whatever. You know what I mean? Chopsticks, whatever it is. You could, you know what I mean? Teach them people the lingo. You know what I mean? Help. You might even start your own language school, man. You know what I mean? At Man United.
Cross and the how to not cross.
We can do that for you, but it's not personal. It's just what we see on the pitch.
Exactly.
And if it was either of us, we wouldn't want fans to be honest on our performance.
Yeah.
So I just want to make that clear. It's not personal to him, but he's still in the living. So's Jones.
Definitely.
That's it.
Anyway, guys, that was it for today.
No, we need to actually just quickly to mention, what do you think the line? Obviously, we've lost 4 out of 5.
Yeah.
It's a crucial game for the top 4 in this game against West Ham. So obviously, we know that we've got Shaw's out and Young's out.
Yeah.
Who would you like to? So I think Damian's going to play on the right. Delot's going to play on the left. Or do you think something?
I think Rojo's going to play because
Rojo,
I seen him last week. Last week Friday, he played with the reserves against West Brom
as a left back.
As a left back, played one half. He was pretty decent, so I think Rojo's going to start.
Who's on that side? Who's on that side? That Brazilian. I don't.
Felipe Anderson.
Yeah, all due respect. With all due respect,
Felipe Anderson.
I don't want to think about that now, man. I don't want to think about
Do you know what? Let's scrap that. Let's end this here.
One thing, Rojo. I love Rojo, right? But I can't have him as a fullback. Either left back, I can't. He is absolutely atrocious as a left back. He can play as a third centre half on the left hand side when we play 3 at the back, or as a left hand sided centre half. But to me, keep him away, and I genuinely think play Delot left hand side, Damian, because Damian will just give you solid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He won't do anything fancy. He will just give you solid defensive. At least it'll be defensive. But this is a crucial game. I cannot stress this. I'll be there on Saturday.
I'll be there as well.
Right.
You going to be there?
Yeah, I'll be there.
But this is a crucial game, and I think we need to bounce back. So we can't be laboured. I'm not expecting anything like the way the performance was against Watford, because if we go into this game thinking that Watford were, West Ham have better weapons to hurt us than Watford. We've got to remember that. And obviously they like to play football. They're a footballing team. I'm expecting Fred to play, but we need to get 3 points, and more importantly, put in a fantastic performance. Yeah. Right, that's what we need to do. 3 points are crucial, but we need to put good as performance, and we need to get the rhythm back and get the confidence back. It is crucial. All
right, guys, that was it. Thanks for joining me, both of you. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, share the video as well. Just wanted to make a couple of announcements. The United Stand kits are out officially. So for all the info, please check out the United Stand Twitter account. Proper, the shirts look really, really nice. You can get anything you want. Home kit, away kit, tracksuits, training tops, anything you want. It's all on there. Yes, bro. There's a whole variety, bruv. Like, we ain't playing.
And also we would like to give a great shout out to member of the United Stand team. It's in the squad.
I made the squad.
He's in the squad. We've got one of our own. He's one of our own. He's one of our own.
Yes, thank you guys, man. I made the team, obviously. Taking instructions. I'm taking instructions from the gaffer now. Gaffer Goldbridge. Goldbridge at the wheel. Hear me?
Agent on here, mate. He's agent here, live and direct, advising him. So Goldbridge got to watch out. You got to take it easy on my client here.
So make sure you keep your eyes, on the United Stand YouTube channel as well, because the video of the second trials is coming out.
Boom.
And probably this evening. So make sure you check that out. Well, today's Thursday, so make sure you check it out. And we'll see you for the fan cams after the West Ham game. Flex is going to be at the ground, obviously, you know the drill. And we'll see you again next week, same place, same time. Peace out, guys.
Peace, love, and light.